the Zerg players talk about a lot, you know, Idra Machine, the guys at the EG House talk about, is these watchtowers here on Metropolis. This is why it's so good for ZVP, because you control the 2 watchtowers with the Lings. You're going to be able to spot any timing attacks moving out. It gives you the proper amount of time to make that round of units, to prepare for the attack, and it allows you to kind of play that Razor's Edge a lot better.
And if we also see him go for a similar style as last game, we see that the third base for Inori also has those rocks over in the edge, and you can actually keep your units more towards your opponent's base and threaten those counterattacks a lot more easily.
I think we're going to see some in-base hatchery or some sort of cheese here coming from Golden. He's sending 2 drones across the map, but the Nexus is already down, so if he was trying to do that hatchery block, he's going to be pretty sad. But I mean, look at his minerals. He's definitely going to do in-base hatchery, so I'm guessing it's going to be like roaches coming out after this. It could also just be some sort of weird
I think it's just going to be pure Ling because we don't see any gas.
He's building 2 hatcheries in his base. Wow, this is weird, man. I feel like the proper response to this, you put a pylon by your mineral line, you build some cannons by your main nexus, and you're fine. Like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's going to be pretty hard for him to be able to do anything. He's going to build 1 cannon by this hatchery. 1 cannon alone isn't going to be able to stop a hatchery from completing. He would need 2 to do that. But he doesn't know about the second hatchery. And if he forgets about that, man, he could be in trouble because he's not building that pylon.
The second hatchery gets scouted. And it is actually going to be roaches. He actually threw down that gas right now.
I don't like how Inori's handling this, man. He's going to build 1 cannon by the second hatchery as well. But 1 cannon is not going to be enough to really do anything about this. And I feel like he needs the cannons by his nexus to defend his mineral line because, you know, if 2 or 3 roaches pop out, it's not going to do much. And he's already forced the 2 cannons. Is he going to cancel that 1 hatchery? Because there's no cannon over by the bottom hatchery. What do you think?
I'm not sure. But Inori does throw down that second cannon and wants to see if he's going to commit to it. But not throwing it down until he sees that the hatchery is going to finish. So if the hatchery does get canceled, he'll be able to cancel the second cannon, and it is going to finish. So what he's going to have to do here is actually target down the larva. But Golden a little bit too quick from that. We see the first roach on the way. The second hatchery is finished, and a roach coming out there as well. And the cannon is only halfway done, or not even so. And so Inori's going to have a tough time, but that first hatchery is going to fall here.
Yeah, the Queen definitely won't be able to get out. He has 2 larvae. Could he get the pylon with those? He's actually going to be able to use those larvae, or rather the broodlings, to be able to get away there. And he has 2 roaches out. He's trying to kill this cannon. The cannon will complete. He's pulling probes with the cannons completing. I think he's going to be able to hold this off. And yeah, I mean, Golden just kited a little too close to those other 2 cannons, and now he's going to get a full surround of this roach, take it out. And it does not look like this is going to work at all with 2 cannons at both of those places.
Yeah, 1 queen does pop out here, but again, you mentioned that the Nexus is already down to natural, so even if he loses something in the main here, his opponent's only on 1 base. I mean, he's got 2 bases. The Queen falls, the Roach is popping out, getting attacked as soon as they hatch here, and that second hatchery does have 3 cannons attacking it. Only 2 Roaches able to pop out, but forcing another drone pull from Inori. He's doing the best he can, but I just don't see Golden taking this map.
Yeah, neither do I. I mean, it's only Zealots that are able to be produced right now because he has no Cybercore, he has no gas, but still, I feel like it's going to be enough. He's trying to get that photon cannon up in the mineral line. It won't be able to complete, so he may be able to do some damage, but there's going to be 4 roaches total in the main here as those 2 eggs do pop, and he's going to be able to get something done, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. He gets surrounded, and that is huge. He's in range of those cannons, taking way too much damage. The last of the roaches in the base will fall, and I feel like this is pretty much GG, man. The Overlord even going to fly into its death. He's now supply blocked. He only has 20 workers against the 21. He's on 1 base. He has no real tech or anything going on for him. Yeah, GG, well played.
Yep. An interesting attempt there, but Inori seeing those 2 drones is like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
There's not just 1 hatchery, is there? And that was it, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, had he not noticed the second hatch, maybe it would have worked. Inori just cutting the probes, making the right decisions. I was a little bit worried for him. I thought that the cannons at the Nexus might have been a better idea, but obviously that worked out really well because he was able to take down the hatchery. So with 2 cannons at either side, it was just really nothing he could do. It put such a time limit on the attack.
Right, and again, we were talking about the strengths of the map. It's just such a far distance to travel. So when you actually send those 2 drones, a lot of times maybe you'll force something different from the Protoss. But since it took so long for those drones to get across the map, I mean, the forge was done. He had the money to actually place down those pylons and make the cannons, and so he ended up all right.
Yeah, so really well played series there by Inori. A little bit of an anticlimactic end there. But, I mean, you can't really blame Golden. Maybe he just felt like he couldn't take him in a longer game or was a little bit nervous or thought he could maybe throw him off guard with this or something. But Inori is just kind of tearing it up.
Yeah, I mean, again, another 2-0 against the Zerg. So Inori definitely looking strong there, and that puts Golden down to 3-1 in the groups, I think.